From the outside, everything seems fine. You have a routine, you're busy, you're doing what you're supposed to do, but inside, something feels off. You're not unhappy, you're not struggling, yet you feel stuck, not stuck in a dramatic way, just quietly, slowly, over time. This feeling doesn't come from failure, it comes from comfort, and most people never realize this, because nothing is technically wrong. Comfort is often mistaken for progress. When life becomes predictable, it feels safe. You know what tomorrow looks like, you know what's expected of you, and that's the problem. Nothing challenges you anymore, nothing scares you, nothing pulls you forward. Psychologically, your mind needs friction to grow. Without it, you don't move, you drift. So even though life looks fine on the surface, inside, you feel disconnected. You're not moving towards something, you're just maintaining what already exists, and over time, that quiet stillness begins to feel like being stuck. When you don't have enough money saved, your brain switches into survival mode. Every decision feels urgent, every mistake feels dangerous. You're not thinking about growth or long-term plans. You're just trying to make it to the next paycheck. In this state, you accept the first opportunity that shows up, even if it's bad. You stay in situations you hate because leaving feels too risky. Not because you're weak, but because your mind is busy putting out fires. Survival mode narrows your thinking, it steals your ability to see options, and until you escape it, building wealth isn't a strategy, it's a constant struggle. Once you cross that first financial threshold, something subtle but powerful happens. You stop reacting to money and you start directing it instead of asking, "How do I avoid messing this up?" You begin asking, "How do I make this grow?" The pressure eases, your mind finally has room to think clearly. This is where momentum starts to build. Your savings are no longer just sitting there. They're working alongside your effort. Every month feels slightly easier than the last. Even though you're doing the same things, that's the quiet beginning of compound growth. Not loud, not dramatic, just steady acceleration in your favor. Here's where the math quietly starts to change the game. The effort you put in stays the same, but the results don't. Your first milestone takes the longest because you're doing all the work yourself. Every dollar saved depends on discipline and patience, but once your money starts earning, alongside you, time begins to compress. The next milestone arrives faster, not because you worked harder, but because your money joined the process. Small percentages on larger numbers suddenly matter. This is why progress feels slow at first and then surprisingly quick later. It's not luck, it's math finally working in your favor. What most people don't realize is that saving this amount changes who you are. Not just your bank account, but your identity. Reaching this milestone proves something important to yourself. You're no longer someone who hopes money works out. You're someone who can delay gratification, make hard choices, and stay consistent over time. That belief sticks. It shows up in how you spend, how you save, and how you think about the future. You stop asking if you can handle money and start trusting yourself to manage it. At this point, wealth building stops feeling fragile. It starts feeling repeatable. With this foundation in place, money stops feeling like a constant threat. Problems that once felt overwhelming become manageable. Setbacks turn into inconveniences instead of disasters. More importantly, you begin to see opportunities where you used to see risk. You can take your time, you can run the numbers, you can say no without panic and yes without fear. This is what financial flexibility really looks like, not luxury or excess, but options. And once you have options, your decisions improve, your confidence grows, and progress starts to compound in ways most people never experience.